gold medal of the regatta. They also won in the lightweight men's four earlier.
So here we are with the start list in the women's double scull, with the Czech Republic, with the Antasova sisters, Lenka and Jitka on lane 1. New Zealand with Fiona Peterson and Anna Riemer on lane 2. These two boats were 5th and 6th at the Lucerne World Cup. Australia in lane 3. Gary Hoare, Kim Crow. 2nd place for them at Lucerne. And also semi-final winners here. The other semi-final winners are also the Lucerne winners, the Munich winners, and the defending world champions Anna Watkins, Catherine Granger for Great Britain. Lane 5, Ukraine, Anastasia Kоженкова and Jana Dementьева, 3rd place at Lucerne. Won a silver last year in the quad at the World Rowing Championships in New Zealand. And finally Poland, the former world champions in this class, Magdalena Fularczyk, Julia Michalska, competing for the medals as well. Catherine Granger, so much experience on her side, teaming up with Anna Watkins, 7 years a junior. Catherine Granger, 35, but at her best.
And so begins the pursuit for that Olympic gold medal that has so long eluded Kath Granger on the left of the screen. Anna Watkins, a bronze medalist in this event in Beijing, silver for Kath Granger. That was her 3rd Olympic silver medal. She's won many world championships, but the gold has eluded her.
She's also a very good single sculler, Catherine Granger. And they are very fast off the blocks, have a canvas lead over New Zealand at this point, but the field's still very tight indeed.
The world champions from 2009, Poland, that was in the red.
And who's wearing black, I wonder? That's Fiona Peterson and Anna Riemer for New Zealand, also staying there, but the highest rate set by the British, Anna Watkins, Catherine Granger, to try to get an early lead here in this final of the women's double sculls.
Granger and Watkins posted the fastest time coming out of the heats. The Aussies posted the fastest time by 2 seconds coming out of the semis.
And the Aussies are there right next to the British, just half a length down in 2nd position, just ahead of the New Zealand crew, with Ukraine also there, about number 5 for Ukraine. You can see that. So it's not much between Ukraine, New Zealand, Australia, and also Poland there. This is a tailwind race, as it was 2 years ago at the Poznan World Rowing Championships next week, and Poznan hosts the FISA World Rowing Masters event with about 4,000 older heroes of our sport. You can compete in Masters 20 years and older, so Kath Granger could go there, but obviously she's not. So 20 years, and then you can race well into your 80s. Many competitors there 80s and older. But here we are with the final A, the medal final of the women's double scull, the 2011 World Rowing Championships, and there was another move by Great Britain, trying to bring them in front even more.
Oh, the British crew really hitting their stride here at base pace 36 in the middle 1,000 of the race. And they're such an excellent duo. Watkins was actually out for Lucerne because of a back strain, but she is back in. She says that she feels great. Prior to hurting her back, she actually beat Kath Granger in the singles trials for Great Britain. That was a first. But they are fast friends, and knowing Kath Granger, I'm sure that if there's one person she's going to be okay with beating her, it's going to be her partner, and there they are. And they've actually lengthened the rating down a beat here as they've extended their lead.
but it's still not a comfortable lead by any means. It's 3/4 of a length only over the Australians, which we have here. Kerry Orr on bow position, Kim Crow on stroke seat. Second placed last year.
You're right. Actually, Australia has closed the gap a little bit, and they're a very deceptive boat, very smooth rowers. Crow was not even a sculler prior to last summer. She was a sweep rower for Australia. She raced in the pair at the Olympics, where she finished 10th. But she jumped in the single at the Munich World Cup and actually won a bronze medal, and they realized this could be a really fantastic double, and obviously it is.
Yeah, also scored a bronze medal in the 8 a few years back. So she's got a lot of experience actually to bring also into this boat. There were some problems there on the right-hand side of her. Sorry, just got a wasp here in our booth. There we are with Great Britain still in the lead with 750 to go, and challenge coming from Australia still, but also New Zealand looking good. That's Fiona Paterson, Anna Riemer for New Zealand.
Isn't that a familiar sight? Kiwis rowing at breakneck speed with a breakneck stroke rate, and it works for them. Very tough, very resilient rowers. But this is looking very smooth now here. Granger and Watkins. Watkins, the subtle glance, gauging the distance. Very horizontal.
Yeah, very good push from the legs also. Very good smooth acceleration of the boat. That's how you want to row this double. And so they build on their lead and have established more than a length now over the Australian double. And then 3/4 of a length down, we see the New Zealand double in third position. Great Britain crossing the line in first place, as I said. And then it's a length down on the Kiwis. It's Ukraine in fourth place.
Gold, silver, and bronze on the line. The Aussies, very capable of a speedy sprint. But Granger and Watkins have the perfect view, and they really, even as they were crossing the 1,500 meter mark, they looked like they started to put a little more into it.
It looks like Anna Watkins is a bit earlier in the water, so that's often the case with good bow women. So they take a little bit of pressure there from the stroke women who are often taking the load of the stroke earlier. But that's technical discussions. Let's leave that. It's a length for Great Britain over Australia, and New Zealand is in the bronze medal position. But Ukraine opening up the final sprint first, closing in on the Kiwis, maybe nearly drawing level. You can't see that really because the camera angle is deceiving at this point, but we can see that from our box up on top of the media grandstand. Great Britain hanging on to first place ahead of Australia. Australia under pressure now from the Kiwi crew, coming up strongly. As you said, yes, they can always put up another 2 strokes per minute, and they're closing in on the Australians. The Ukrainians are out of the medal picture at this point with about 50 meters to the line. It's gonna be a gold for Great Britain, I'm sure, if no wreckage happens here. Anna Watkins, Kath Granger, but it's the Kiwis closing in still on the Australians. But fantastic gold medal for Great Britain ahead of Australia, then New Zealand scoring bronze, Ukraine fourth, and then it's Poland in fifth position, and finally the Czech Republic in sixth. Great final here in the women's double sculls, and a fantastic row for Anna Watkins and Catherine Granger, beating Kerry Hoare and Kim Crow for Australia, but I'm sure they will be quite happy too in a moment.
As you mentioned, if you're outside of that gold medal spot, the fatigue is so obvious. But you have that gold medal about to be hung around your neck, you are feeling no pain. Well, they've done it in all conditions now, it seems, and to row that well in a tailwind like this bodes well for London, because also a very possible chance of having a strong tailwind there. Tricky conditions.
So confirmation of that result here. Great Britain winning gold, Australia